disconnected.
There's a place at the end of the
road. 2018 GSL Season 3 Rockshear. The genius that was born again in the dawn has grown to be the king. But the battle is only about to begin. Take your opponents down, or you will fall down under their feet. There will be only glory for the winner, and pain for the loser. Rise up, higher, ever higher. Or fall forever. GSL Season 3. This is Rockshear.
What's up, everybody? We're back here at the GSL Codas, and we have a kick-ass day today. Neeb! Neeb is playing.
That's right.
An American.
I like your hair today.
Yeah, they put it up pretty high. I was talking to him backstage, and I'm like,
here, turn
sure
and look towards the
look
camera. Turn and look towards the camera.
I actually was talking to our makeup artist. I'm like, are you sure that's not too high? And she goes, trust me. And I did.
I think that she betrayed you.
It looks like I grabbed an electric fence.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie Young Einstein?
Can we fix this now? Here we go. Let's move this down.
Are you just fixing it with your hand right now? I don't think that's wise.
What am I supposed to fix it with our toes? It's fine to use your hands.
You just leave it.
That's how you make your hair to begin with your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's our results from Group F. As you can see, Trap killing it, man. He gets out. TY had a bumpy day, but regardless, he moves on to the round of 16. And look at this. Clearly, Terran is the strongest race and Zerg is the weakest. That's what we can conclude from this right here.
Terran is the strongest and Zerg is the weakest?
Yeah.
What about Protoss?
They're right in... Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Protoss. Well, that's only because that's...
Terran and Zerg would definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, here's our group. Neeb's playing. Dark's playing. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's going to be an excellent day. Looking forward to seeing how Losira does. Losira is always kind of at the very tail end of the GSL, but still able to get into the top 32. Let's see if he can deliver here today, alive. I would say he's steadily been on the rise.
월드 투표에서
But,
저그 부분
it's not gonna
1위를
be an easy
차지한
group, for sure.
대표 저그입니다.
Okay,
14에서
we're gonna introduce our
코데스에
players.
나서는 강명우 선수입니다.
First and foremost, it's going to be Dark.
네, 안녕하세요. GSL 월드 저그 대표 강영우입니다. 사실 이렇게
So I'm the
인터뷰하는 게 좀
GSL Korean representative for Zerg.
오랜만이라서 무슨 말 해야 될지 모르겠고요. 뭐 사실
I've
코너
never
온
done
기분이라서
an
노래하고
interview
한곡
like
땡겨야
this, so I'm
되는
not really sure what I'm supposed to say.
생략하고 뭐
I feel like I'm supposed to be singing something.
작가님이 좀 제가 중요하다고 길게 입을 털라 하셨는데 좀 부담스럽네요. 뭐 여튼
I heard
오늘
from the
재밌는 경기
writers.
많이 할 테니까 뭐 팝콘들
She said I
챙겨가시고
should make this interview
팝콘들
funny.
챙기셔서 즐거운 시청하시기 바랍니다.
So, anyways, I'm feeling the pressure. You should watch my games and cheer for me. Wow, that was
최강 프로토스
meta
2위
for
두
interviews.
번째
Yeah, I guess
도전만에 GSL에 입성했습니다. GSL
all right.
데뷔전 결과는
Here we go.
어떨지
It's the
닙
strongest
선수입니다.
Protoss in WCS, Neeb. Let's hear what he has to say. Hey, I'm Neeb.
My first time in GSL.
what am I doing?
tried last
What am
year,
I
but
doing?
I couldn't qualify. So this year, I'm really motivated to go far. My group's pretty hard though, since I have Dark first, but I'll try my best.
네, 작년에도 시도를 했지만 못 올라왔지만 열심히 연습해서 올해 이렇게 올라온 만큼 더 열심히 연습한 걸 보여줘서 더 높이 올라가고 싶다고 말씀합니다.
I think we need to get the mic a little bit
2018년 들어 32강의 벽을 못 넘고 있는데요.
Okay.
마지막 시즌엔 성공할 수 있을지 17번째 코데스를
He makes it to the round
맞이하는
of 32.
황강호 선수입니다.
But can he make it any further? It's
안녕하세요.
Losira.
강동우입니다. 파이팅 하겠습니다.
Hello, I'm Losira. Good, wish me good luck. Whoa, he did that like a man. I like that.
Yeah, Losira's like basically my
지난
favorite pro
시즌
at this point.
5연속 16강에
And
실패했습니다.
our
시즌
final
3
player.
반등을 노리는 한희석 선수입니다.
He's been in 5 consecutive CODESs. But can he make it further in this tournament? It's alive.
안녕하세요. 얼라이브 한희석입니다. 오늘 경기
Everybody
오랜만에
on the
하는데 좀 긴장도 되고 재밌게 경기해가지고 꼭
A little bit
16강
nervous. I haven't had a
올라갔으면
major
하겠습니다.
match in a while.
감사합니다.
Hopefully I can deliver today. Wish me luck. Cool. So this is probably going to be the first and last time at a season of GSL that we do that kind of interview, but I'm glad we're trying it out.
Some of them are good. Some of them are good.
Some are better than others.
Losira kills it. He's like holding the mic and
He grabbed it.
hey,
yeah.
I'm Losira fighting, and he just throws the mic on the floor. Live has to go over and pick it up. It
Yeah.
screeches.
I'm super pumped about Neeb's games today.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I can't imagine him actually knocking out of this group. He's so good, but I always get a little bit nervous, you know. It's so rare that we have a non-Korean go to the round of 16 that I got my fingers crossed for sure.
You can't underestimate these other guys because obviously everyone looks at it and says Dark and Neeb are so strong, but Alive from time to time.
I think
comes
alive is
and
the variable in this that makes it a what-if situation.
I think there's another what if too because Losira Alive, like I favor Alive, right? I favor Losira is probably the weakest overall, but Losira has some pretty good ZVP and pretty good ZVZ, right? And we saw Lenok come up out of nowhere, and Alive has been saying now for years that it doesn't matter who's playing, it's only the race or something like that, right?
Yes, that is one of his taglines.
Eventually, he's going to live up to that at some point.
Well, you know, in some recent tournaments, he's actually really delivered, especially in the Super Tournament. You know, he was looking really, really good. The question is,
Losira?
like... Oh, no, I was talking about Alive.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I was talking about Losira.
Oh, my bad. No, Losira. I'm sorry. I'll correct myself right there. Losira is he's good, and he used to be like one of the great StarCraft 2 players. But in the modern era, I would say he's good enough, but not great. But you never know. I mean, sometimes these guys they hunker down. We don't know their what goes on in their lives behind the scenes. Sometimes people really grind it out and begin to deliver later on.
Well, so we'll see if he can follow in God Knock's footsteps and just wreck a group tonight.
Lucier's just smiling.
Yeah. Look how handsome he is, just always.
Yeah.
With the deepest voice in the GSL, much deeper than
the
Tasteless
best
voice.
Yeah, for sure the best. I sound like an aged Kermit the Frog or Toast.
You sound like a prepubescent boy compared to Losira, okay?
That's right, man. Like, I'm here, coach.
Every time, by the way, you know how there used to be people who would always call your house and stuff? When I was like 12 or so, answering the phone at my house, you're like, hi, are you the lady of the house? I'm like, I'm a 12-year-old boy. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, is your mother home?
No, sir. No, why would I answer the phone if she was home?
Okay. We're going to start this off with Neeb, currently ranked 4th here with 2,410 points.
Yeah.
That's right. Whereas Cyril is the example of the 1%er, the out of touch. With
There's like 5 times as much points.
Yeah, it's almost comical.
But Neeb's still doing well overall. He'll be at GSL versus the World as well. He's feeling pretty good about his play. Obviously, he is the person who helped Rainer practice a whole hell of a lot. I'm excited to see what he pulls out here. I think he's got an extremely strong range right now. Dark's pretty deadly, though.
Yeah, you don't want to count Dark out. Dark was surfacing up to the very, very top, and I think in some of the more recent tournaments, he's been a little bit frustrated. He's just been like a top 4, top 8 kind of player in a bracket format. So he's hungry to prove himself here. I mean, both these guys want to get out of this group immediately. I can guarantee almost 100% that one of these two is going to move on to the round of 16.
For sure,
Let's find out who it is.
Match 1, fight! Dark. Team Neeb.
So, we've been casting a lot of StarCraft lately, believe it or not.
Oh, we have actually had so much casting. We've basically been going for 2 weeks without stopping.
Yeah, Valencia, come back, 2 days Code S, 2 days KSL. Now we're going to have 2 days of Code S again. I'm actually really glad to be switching back and forth between them two, keeping it super fresh.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I tell you what, right now, I haven't done anything but StarCraft for weeks now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like it, but have you seen the movie Annihilation?
I have not.
Oh, you need to.
Yeah, is it good?
It's really good. But I was going to say, man, if you cut me open, you're going to find more StarCraft than man in there at this point, okay?
Got some support here from Denmark for Neeb.
They say you are what you eat, but I think you are what you do. And at this point,
we have done
myself and
so
StarCraft. You can't discern which is which at this point.
Yeah.
Like if Neo was sitting in a ship outside this Matrix and he was looking in, he's like, is StarCraft casting StarCraft right now? Like I can't. This is a really. I think this is a glitch. And then he'd come here in his trench coat and stuff, expecting to see Agent Smith, but he's like, oh, it's just like Tastos. It's like what? Like their code is the same.
I feel like sometimes you look at people and
Tastos gets stuck on a ramp.
They'll think that someone is less complex than they really are. Like, oh, like he's a rock star. He just plays music at parties, or he's an accountant. He just sits there all day doing this. But it's like, no, most people are more sophisticated and complex. But you and me for the past 2 weeks have literally just been people talking about StarCraft.
Yeah, no, that's it.
There's nothing else going on.
Like I go home and I sleep, and then I wake up and then I come back, and it's. I mean, it's a wonderful life. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but it's been wild. So
it has been, man. So we got a Stargate opening here for Neeb.
Yeah. So, obviously PvZ right now. The interesting question is, after you chase out that Overlord with your first Phoenix, where do you go?
Yeah, there's a lot of different branches in the build you can take. Do you want to get an Oracle or more than one? Do you want to try to mass up a lot of gates and try to do some kind of timing attack with a Warp Prism? Do you want to go into an Archon drop, try to harass like that?
Archon, Glaives, charge all in. There's several different things. Now, a decent amount of Speedlings being made, as well as a Baneling Nest. This Baneling Nest is very, very fast. So I think we're actually going to see a Baneling bust.
Yeah, this is interesting. Dark is someone who's never shied away from being aggressive, despite him having some of the best late game.
He's not making it. Okay, finally starts an Oracle. That he actually committed with these Adepts, and I think that's why we see the Oracle being made. I think he is. We should check his vision just to make sure. I'm actually not 100% whether he saw the. No, he didn't see the Baneling Nest, so that's actually a bit lucky for Dark. But I think he saw enough Lings. Yeah, look at this. He's making a shield battery in the wall.
He saw those Lings hatching when the Adepts are in there.
Yeah.
Not that totally telegraphs what's happening, but it's not going to hurt, right? I mean, that's some information.
And he makes. He turns on the Oracle, so that's actually lucky for Dark. Because if you're playing against a Ling Bane all in, you actually want the Oracle off for as long as possible.
And the Oracle is actually en route, headed north. This game actually could end pretty quickly here. Oh my God, he's even attacking the battery. So Neeb absolutely does not think this is coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And he might end up.
I'll help you, Neeb.
Yeah.
Well, I think Neeb might be dead. He might recall the Oracle. The Oracle just turns around actually, so no recall there, but.
Okay, gateways are unpowered. This is most certainly going to be a loss here.
Yeah, it's really looking at.
Okay. Yep, GG. Okay.
Well,
Dark crushes through in game one.
Yeah. Neeb was actually beginning to feel that out, and then kind of doubted himself there.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like to me, at least. But Dark, just with a very basic bro Baneling bust. The BBBB takes down.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very straightforward loss. Yeah, I mean, look, he did a super aggressive attack there. Neeb was not prepared, and thus the game's over. We don't get to see how Neeb would do in a late game or anything like that, but we do make these guys play a best of 3, so it's not over yet, but that's going to be discouraging. That's kind of a moral blow there.
Yeah, that's not how you really want to go down, right? And in fact, we don't even truly get to see what Neeb was going to do here. He had some adapts. There were Lings getting into his base, so he made an Oracle first, which is already a little bit different from what most people do, but, and then the Baneling bust comes. So we don't even know, was he going to Archon drop? Was he going to go Glaives? Was he just going to take a third base? Well, maybe we'll find out on Lost and Found.
Yeah, let's see if we can have a better game here. Dark, though, definitely feeling confident after winning that first game. in such a commanding fashion. All right, game 2 is ready. Let's do this.
Match 2, fight. Dark.
Some crazy cheers in the audience there for Dark.
Oh, guess first over here for
His name is
Team Neeb.
Okay, Neeb's got to win this, guys. For America. Let's do this.
for America.
4th of July was not that long ago, Artosis.
True, it's true. It would be great to see Neeb go on to the next round. Of course, even if he loses here, we'll see him in GSL vs. World in, what, like 1-2 weeks? August 2nd. Whenever that is.
Super hyped about GSL vs. the World.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's one of my favorite tournaments I get to do all year.
Yeah.
You know another one I really like to do is actually the Super Tournament.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so fun.
I love these little marathon events we have here.
Wow, 2 signs.
That's teamwork right there.
That is good.
Holding at the same heights and everything, even though those 2 humans are not the same height.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
The right number of E's there in Neeb for 2 signs. I mean, it was all excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what if, like, you were just spelling his name and it was, like, only on the first sign and then the second sign is just blank and it's like, well, that's
that would have been
not
a disaster.
Fun.
Yeah, no.
It's no fun at all.
Well done. And Neeb needs that support, guys, because right now Neeb is not... Well, I mean, I don't want to read too much into Game 1 since it was just an all-in that worked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But Neeb needs to bring it here.
Well, I think he'll bring it for us, Tasteless. Get a little bit of a scout off. We have the something that I mentioned previously, right? Was that it was gas before gate, which you don't normally see, but you know, it's obviously going to get you just a little bit more gas. We see the okay. Here's what he did with a little bit of extra gas. Here is he started warp gate and then went into the Stargate. And normally you see Stargate before warp gate because every second for that Stargate is kind of important. So I'm not sure exactly what this is going to mean from Neeb. He might just be trying to get that warp gate more quickly so that he can do like a 3-gate adept pressure along with a Phoenix into an Oracle or 2. That's somewhat popular at the moment.
Okay. We see this adept coming in here now. There's 8 links on the way. Link speed coming up here too. Neeb definitely one of the, I would say one of the best late game Protoss players. Like he seems to really, really know how to navigate an insane long game. So I actually am really hoping that we do have a super late game here with Neeb and Dark, because Dark as well. Dark is a really good late game Zerg.
Yeah. And I would definitely agree on the assessment of Neeb. He was like the only Protoss to go toe-to-toe with Rogue at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And that was just a magnificent series.
Something special.
Yeah. So the first Phoenix is out. He's going to chase these Overlords back for the time being. Only 2 gateways, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a depth pressure. He's adding a couple more gases. And what's that? No, I guess that wasn't a probe sent out, actually. But we'll see if he goes Archon drop or something like that. Oh, second Stargate. God. So that's what we're going to be seeing here.
Okay. We see the Oracle coming up here now. That's going to be able to assist there and taking out those links. And yeah, the second Stargate, really interesting.
Yeah, this is something that he definitely practiced a lot lately to help out Raynor, because Classic is a big fan of this type of build. Kind of nice pressure there by Dark. He's forcing additional buildings up here.
Yeah, so a few more batteries made there.
Yeah, that's really good. And even just killing the Adept, like a lot of the time you'll take your third base with like a Zealot and 2 Adepts. So if you're killing any units, you're actually forcing more out or making that third base scarier to take. And of course, everything gets slowed anyways, just making a bunch of shield batteries.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you're dictating what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have to respond and respect what you're throwing at them. By the way, the second Stargate's done. We have a lot more Phoenixes coming here. Right as that Oracle was chased out at Roach War and went down inside the main base behind the minerals.
Yeah, but an Overlord actually will fly in, and now he knows that it's 2 Stargate Phoenix.
Yeah.
So
it's also suspect when you see them banking it like that.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, well, he saw the second Stargate because he scouted the first one before it was finished last time. So he knows 100%. Neeb immediately makes a third. But this is really good for Dark. He should not end up making any roaches here, I would say. I'll be quite surprised if he ends up making roaches, unless he's going to like go Spire after that. But just the fact that he found it is pretty big, and this shows Neeb actually didn't check the full area around his base with his first Phoenix, because you really want to make sure that there are no Phoenixes that can fly in to see this build, because this build kinda, you need them not to automatically know it's on the way. You see a big group of Lings being made right now, because Phoenixes are not good against Lings.
Double Robo, man. Very cool.
Yeah, but there's that Spire that I was talking about. I really like this counter. In fact, I believe Dark was the first one to try this. Like, he tried this out of nowhere, either against, I think it was against Classic, where it was really interesting, because Zest had brought out the strategy. People were questioning, is this a legit strat? Then Classic started to bash with it, and Dark, it felt like spur of the moment was like, okay, we're going to go Corruptors here. And then the Roach Horn actually is still useful, right? That's kind of like your ground army, and then you have the Corruptors to take out the Phoenixes so they don't punish Roaches. So yeah, it's a very cool way to play, I think, in my opinion.
Good Phoenix play coming in here. He's actually going to be able to take out some of these drones. And you can see that Neeb's pretty effectively avoiding a lot of those the Queens that are there to drive that away. We have the 2 Immortals coming out now. But this is, like, as you were saying, Artosis, this can't last forever here.
No.
The Phoenixes, they have like a period in this game where they're gonna get a lot of equity, but eventually they're gonna be zoned out tech-wise.
An important thing is he has scouted the Spire. So Neeb is completely aware of what's going on, and I believe that's part of the reason why we're seeing the Hydralisk Den right now. That could be a normal follow-up anyways, but I feel like this game has gotten a little bit more complicated, right? Because Neeb knows that Corruptors are going to be coming out, and at that point you got to be a little bit careful, because once they deal with your Phoenixes, they can fly around and kill buildings, which is going to kind of force Stalkers and a weird defensive play from Protoss, and that's not how you want to play this game at all.
There's like a whole way you can orchestrate with Corruptors to get their armies zoned out. You attack in somewhere else with your ground army, and then you get those Corruptors in the right position, they start to target down the Nexus, and I mean, that's a really easy way to lose the game. By the way, it was subtle, but we got to point it out, is that Oracle flew through there, and it was immediately killed off, which means he can't tag the army anymore.
Yeah.
And even though a lot of times we think of Oracles as these early game units that are there to kill drones and kind of keep pressure, take out Lings, and allow you to take your third easily, the truth is that they're also very important for tagging, especially in situations like this where the Corruptors could come in here and outposition the Protoss.
Well, Neeb has made 4 Stalkers his main base, and this is certainly anti-Corruptor play. So the Corruptors see them, they turn around immediately and go elsewhere. Let's see. It looks like they're going to go to the 3rd because the Stalkers have a hard time getting there.
The problem is, even though Phoenixes are air-to-air attack, they don't really do anything against Corruptors. I mean, they're just, the Corruptors are stronger. The Corruptors can easily pursue this. And so we see the Stalkers coming up here now, chasing out these Corruptors.
Yeah, I like this for Dark, though, right? He's made these Corruptors.
Here we go.
And he's making
man.
Like, Neeb has had to make 8 Stalkers against, like, 9 Corruptors so far. And, in fact, he's warping in more.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this.
God.
This is just too much damage. This Nexus goes down.
A huge kill.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if he's not getting a Nexus here, you're forcing all of the units that Neeb is making to be Stalkers. He doesn't have Blink yet. Stalkers are like, I mean, they have a place, but it's not right here.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's weird because, like, you force him to make the Stalkers. The Stalkers still didn't stop the Corruptors, by the way. So now what position is Neeb in? I mean, he's lost his Nexus in his main. He has to remake that. And this is such a win here for Dark, because Dark came across the map, destroyed a base, and didn't really lose anything for it, right? It's not like you need Corruptors to help defend against, with your 4 bases, right? So, or 5 bases in this case.
They were fantastic. Kill Phoenixes, 4 Stalkers, kill a Nexus. Wow. Sick play right there. And this type of play from Dark that we're seeing, and we saw it some from Serral as well, this is the type of play that will force the meta to change. As all Zergs become good at this type of Corruptor play, we'll actually likely, in my opinion, see 2 Stargate Phoenix go out of style a bit. It's just like, if this is what you have to play against, you're playing against someone that, like, is tooling you over with Corruptors and forcing bad units and killing Nexuses. It's like, oh my god. Never mind that anymore. Back to Archon drops.
Yeah. Okay. Neeb is going to try to stretch out here and take a 4th. There is a huge drop coming up here, though. And we just now see the Stalkers leaving the main. Oh, man. It gets
Oh, they're out
worse.
of position.
Oh, my God. And the third base is going to go down. Artosis, I'm getting worried for Neeb.
Yeah, for sure. The Stalker's unfortunately way out of position here, and he's bringing up a big army, but that fourth base does get canceled. Dark just going to run from there. Maybe not. Okay, so that's a big mistake by Dark.
He wins that fight.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, this is pretty good over here.
Yeah.
Coming in and taking out that hatchery would be very helpful.
Hatchery kill there, definitely excellent. And the Prism going towards the main base as well. So Neeb definitely showing some speed here.
Okay, so this hatch goes down. The Warp Prism headed towards the main for now. And we don't see Dark contesting this. Now, this is the kind of action that Neeb needed to get on this map, by the way.
And some Zealots into the main base. A lot of units coming up, so it looks like that Prism's going to be dealt with. It gets a good scout off, though. He sees Hive on the way, and he sees a Lurker Den finishing up.
Yeah.
So that's some really quality scouting at the moment. But Neeb doesn't have his fourth base up yet. Look at this. Every time he's about to go out, it's when Dark's coming in.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Looks like Dark actually wants to try to drop over here. He actually could get these Templars. That would be huge.
Wow, dropping right on top of him. Psy Storms absolutely everywhere.
Those are about the best Psy Storms you could ask for, but still, Zerg's got a lot of presence right now.
And the units coming out of that main base now to help out, but he's picking off a lot of these very valuable units. He gets a couple Archons. We don't see any High Templars left with the army, but Neeb does have a strong fighting force.
Okay. As Neeb is chasing away Dark, we need to see, can he actually prevent Dark from taking a fifth base again? We saw Dark get that fifth up. He was in good shape. It looks like it's an inevitability that Neeb will get his fourth up. I think it actually might be Dark who gets to initiate first here, though. He's tacking up to those Lurkers.
Yeah, and he's actually getting the claws as well, so that's going to be super powerful. Wow,
Artosis, this is...
Well, he's recalling. Hopefully that's enough.
Okay, Okay, no, he's fine. He's fine.
He didn't have that many left over. If he had the original 9, it would have died 100%. But,
yeah.
Okay, he's got a couple Psy Storms in this army, so definitely can fight. That's a really healthy Immortal count. He's continuing to add to it, but let's not forget that this is Hive Tech here for Dark. So he has the Lurker Claws that allow him to burrow in, like, he goes back in time and he's already burrowed before you get there, basically, is how fast that is. So he's going to be very mobile with this army now, and it's going to be a hard one to stop. Okay, we do have a Prism, but it's with Neeb's army here. Okay, he's sending another group of units, probably Zealots up.
Observer not quite in the front there. Looks like he's going to lose one of those Archons. Now, Lurkers can be great for pushing, but in this case, they're going to have a little defensive setup over here. Wow, you can really see how much damage is absorbed there.
Yeah, really.
Oh, but this is a great attack up over here. He's going to try to target down that hatchery. Now, if Neeb can keep these expansions from ever having hatches there, that might be all he needs to do. It might not come down to the big fight with Immortals versus Lurkers, but really just Zealots wiping out hatches here and there. You know, Lurkers, it's kind of like when you see Carriers or any other big powerhouse unit is where they are, there's a lot of presence and they're a real threat, but you can always play around it, right?
Yeah,
you don't have to fight Lurkers.
Exactly. Well, he's going to go up and fight the Lurkers. You can see how much damage that they're dealing. It's so hard to actually fight into an entrenched giant mound of Lurkers, and that's kind of what we see here. A big drop from Dark, a ton of Zealots being warped in to deal with it, and the Psy Storms are gone from this army, so Neeb has to be extra careful.
Okay, the Hydras are continuing to push down here, doing a lot of damage. You gotta remember, guys, it took the entire game to make that many Immortals, so when you see them killed off like that, that's a big reset button for Protoss. It's much easier for Zerg to mass up all the Lurkers again if they lost them.
Yeah, the technicality of a Protoss army is something that always has to be taken into consideration. They're the ones trying to build something throughout the game, oftentimes.
I'm starting to think Neeb's not going to win this game, Artosis. I mean, you can really just see that Neeb's not able to catch up in any way. These drops are doing too much damage. This push is coming through here, and this actually may be the finishing blow.
Well, Dark has played like a really nice game and a really nice series overall.
Brilliantly.
And, well, Neeb does lose 0-2. So,
guys,
tough on him, but Dark is super favored to win the group.
Before you start rioting in the streets, settle down. Neeb is still in this group. There's still a shot.
It was a tactical loss. He wants to show his fans as many series as possible.
That's right. So Neeb not going to be happy with that, but there's still a shot.
Yeah, absolutely there is. I think everyone kind of agrees that he's stronger than Losira in Alive, so we'll see if he can show that a little bit later. Dark looked great. He looked really strong in the series. I love that Corruptor play. The more I'm seeing it, the more I'm seeing great Zergs develop it, the stronger it seems against this 2 Stargate play.
We're going to a break. When we come back, Losira versus Alive. Stick around.
But all I wanna do is hold you